Hello, amigos, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. Good morning, buenos dias, amigos. Today we're going to talk about a little subject, short episode today regarding what is happening with Australian fighters. What is wrong with Australian fighters? They seem like fighters that look like they have all the potential in the world. However, they fall short. They fall short right after they win a championship. They last one or two fights. They can't defend their title. What is going on with Australian fighters? And Australian fighters, in my opinion, are very tough fighters. They're very confident. They have all the tools necessary to become, leaders in each one of these divisions, boxing divisions. But as you all saw on this past week with the fight between Tim Tszyu and Bakram Murtazayev, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, he was completely destroyed. He was completely destroyed inside of three rounds. So, once we have these Australian fighters that we believe are going to set a mark on their division, something happens. Something happens. They don't pan out. They are boxers that, like I said before, they have all the potential, all the tools. They look great when they're fighting in Australia, when they're fighting abroad. But once they come to the United States, once they fight some of these guys from down this area, or they fight like Tim Tszyu, a champion like the Russian Bakram, we see them crumble completely. And the reason why I'm saying this is not because I have any hate for Australian fighters. I'm just been kind of thinking about this situation for a while now. This is not the first time when this has happened. We can go back to Jeff Horn when he won his title against Manny Pacquiao in 2017. In his first defense, who did he lose against? Well, Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is no easy challenge, my friends. He's one of the greatest fighters of this era. He has demonstrated that throughout his career. But a lot of Australians were really enamored with this victory, which was highly controversial between Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao. So that's one of the fighters that comes to mind. If we want to go back a little bit before that, we have Billy Dib. He was the IBF featherweight championship. He won against Jorge La Cierva in 2011. Lost to Gradovich in his first defense in 2013. Oh, here we go again. So is there a curse? What is it with Australian fighters that can't hold on to the title after their first defense? One or two fights after becoming a champions, and they're out the door, and they never become the fighters that most people thought they were going to become. They become stepping stones. Then we have Daniel Gill, all right? He was the WBA super middleweight champion, won against Felix Stern and problem. I'm just posing a question, my friends. And I know I might be getting some hate from some people down under, but I like the Australian fighters. It's not like I don't like Australian fighters. They're tough fighters. They got cojones, they got heart. They come to fight all the time. But I'm just inquisitive. I'm just asking that question. What is it wrong? And I'm pretty sure a lot of Australian fans, boxing fans, are asking the same question. That's what I want to bring to the table today. If you have any ideas, if you're from down under, if you have any ideas why these fighters come up short, is it the training? Is it their coaching? Is it the way they fight in Australia? Is it the limited opposition that they have locally in Australia? Should they come and train in the United States and fight, build their resume up a little bit better with more quality opponents instead of just jumping into a big fight like Jeff Horn did against Manny Pacquiao, or like Daniel Gill did against Gennady Golovkin, or like Tim Tszyu just did with Background. And one of the things that fight shows you is you can never underestimate your opponent. And Tim Tszyu was underestimating his opponent, saying he was a step-aside fighter. He made some comments. And let me tell you something, guys. No one thought Background was going to win this fight. Everybody had Tim Tszyu because Tim Tszyu had all the tools. I believe he does have all the tools. What went wrong? That's a question that I'm posing to you guys in this episode. All right, number 4, Barry Michael. He won the title, the IBF Super Featherweight Champion against Lester Ellis in 1985, lost to Rocky Rockledge in his first defense in 1987. The Australian curse. The Australian boxer's curse. This is what's going on with Australia. What's going on, guys? Why can't your fighters hold on to the titles? What is it? Are they using the powers that be? Are they using, top Australian fighters in order to create some kind of, marketing, booster marketing in some of these other countries like Australia and which has a great boxing fan base, just like England does. So these are some of the things that I don't know if these Australian fighters are ready for that next level. They're usually fighting in this in their home country, or they're fighting in Europe where the opposition might be good. But I'm telling you guys, I don't see it as deep as the opposition and the quality of boxing here in the Americas. In the Americas, you have all types of boxing styles, all types of boxers. You have the Mexican style. When I say America, I'm talking about the continent of America. I'm not talking about United States, guys. All right, let's just get that one straight. America is a continent. It's not a country. All right, that's just basic geography 101. But these fighters from Europe or these fighters from down under have limited opposition. Maybe they don't have the same quality of fighters that we have here, which we have everything, a little bit of everything. And these are things that help fighters get experience, become better. When you fight a better opponent, you become better whether you win or lose. And that's one of the things I tell my fighters here in Warriors Pride Boxing Academy. I tell them, listen, there's no glory in fighting the weak. I mean, I like my fighters being challenged. I don't want them fighting some layup, some guy that's going to be easily, dominated. So let's continue. Sakio Bika. He won the WBC Super Middleweight Championship. Born in Cameroon, Bika became an Australian citizen and has represented Australia. Won against Marco Antonio Periban in 2013, lost to Anthony Durrell in his first defense in 2014. Same thing, Australian curse. The Australian curse, all right, of the boxers down under. What's going on, guys? Will you please, if you're from Australia, if you have any clue what's going on with these fighters that look promising, that have all the right tools, please let me know with your comments what you think is going on with Australian fighters. Why are they somehow do not progress or do not continue their careers in an ascending note, and they come to a point where they're completely shut down, like Tim Tszyu this past weekend? That was a complete beatdown. He got destroyed. And what I'm asking you and I'm asking myself, is Tim Tszyu ever going to be the same? Is Tim Tszyu ever going to pan out to be the fighter that we all thought he was going to be, the dominating fighter in the 154-pound division? And that is for us to see whether he can rise from the ashes like the phoenix and come back and get his mind straight. But this was a defeat that was so embarrassing in front of his dad, getting destroyed this way, that I know that's gonna have a long-term effect on Tim Tszyu. It's gonna actually impact his psyche. Is gonna impact the way he continues fighting. It's gonna create a lot of self-doubt. Am I worthy? Am I good enough to be in this weight division where there's monsters now? And now with this guy background, Murtazayev, however you pronounce his name, and it's a tongue twister for everybody to pronounce his name. Bro, this is the most talented division in boxing. I'm sorry, guys, it used to be the 140. That's gone. It's a 154-pound division where the Terence Crawfords of the world are, where the Backrams are, where Fundoras are, where all these other fighters who all want to fight each other are actually competing for the title of, top fighter at 154, for the king of 154. Who is it gonna be? All right, we all thought that Tim Tszyu had a shot to do that. I was wondering, hey, is Tim Tszyu gonna fight Terence Crawford? Is Tim Tszyu gonna fight Fundora again? We gave Tim Tszyu the benefit of the doubt due to the fact that he got cut in that Fundora fight. And he said, well, all that blood in his eyes, that prevented him from actually setting up his plan. Fundora started fighting using his height and reach advantage, which he should have been doing from the beginning of his career. But anyway, guys, that is something that is for us to see what's going to happen with Tim Tszyu. Another fighter from down under that talked a lot of crap. You all know who I'm talking about, George Kambosos Jr., unified lightweight champion, WBA, IBF, WBO, and the ring champion, who beat that clown, Teofimo Lopez, who doesn't want to fight anybody. He says he wants to fight everybody, but he's just a big clown, constantly insulting every race there is. I can't wait for this guy to get his mouth shut up, and let me tell you, that's going to happen sooner than later. But anyway, he beat Teofimo Lopez in 2021, lost to Devin Haney in his first defense in 2022. Got destroyed by Devin Haney, got schooled by Haney twice. Got a rematch. Due to the fact they have such a great following down under in some other places, maybe in England and Europe, they might like this type of fighters, they fall short. And I can say the same about British fighters. British fighters, they get to a point, they fight among each other. There's a lot of fan base, a huge fan base in England. These guys fight against each other the whole time. Just local fighters fighting local fighters, create a big buzz down in Europe. But when they come over, like Anthony Joshua did on his, so-called coming out party in Madison Square Garden, got destroyed by Andy Ruiz. And that happens over and over again. So I want to know from you guys, is it just the coaching? Is it the method they're training? Is it the way they're training? Or is it really that they're not as talented as we think? Are they really overrated? Are they being, trained the correct way? So anyway, guys, that is my question for you guys today. Is there an Australian curse? Is there a curse on Australian fighters? Why is it that Australian fighters can't seem to hold on to the title for more than one or two defenses? What's going on? The last person that I can think about, and you guys might correct me, was Costa Tszyu. Costa Tszyu was a legend. But his origins were Russian. He was, he had that background from Australia, represented Australia, but this guy was really a Russian fighter. But anyway, guys, this is my point for today. The curse of Australian fighters. What's going to happen with Tim Tszyu? Who's the next Australian fighter that you guys think might be an elite fighter that's up and coming, that's going to be able to hold on to the title for a long, long, long time? All right, we haven't seen one of those in very long. Oh, by the way, I forgot one name. I forgot one name that you guys got to be out on the lookout for. And his name is Lee Amparo. Lee Amparo is not going to last, guys. That is my prediction. Lee Amparo is going to be a one-hit wonder. He beat a very limited fighter in Subriel Matias. Limited, I'm saying limited because Subriel Matias looked like a zombie that night. Didn't throw any punches, came coming forward, was never hurt. Actually had Lee Amparo about to ready to quit in mid through the fight. So Lee Amparo, he's going to be facing Richardson Hitchens soon. That might be his queen for a day type of performance where he wins his title against Subriel Matias and loses it against Richardson Hitchens. It would not surprise me that Lee Amparo loses. Lee Amparo is a fighter that is an average fighter, is not an elite fighter. There's no reason why, in my opinion, he should have. There's no reason exactly that I could think of that he should have beaten Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias is a much better fighter than what we saw that night in Puerto Rico. So, by the way, Subriel Matias coming back. He's fighting a non-ranked opponent, top 100. That's another show for another day. I don't want to comment about that right now. I already made a video talking about his comeback and how important is it for Subriel Matias to destroy this guy inside of 5 rounds. That might give him a shot at fighting for a title again next year. Whoever wins between Lee Amparo and Richardson Hitchens might be an opportunity for Subriel Matias. Whoever wins between Regis Prograis and Jack Catterall might be another opportunity. They're fighting this next weekend. But anyway, guys, this some of the fighters, Australian fighters that are coming up, some of the Australian fighters that have not had their careers have not come to fruition. They are stopped from continuing to hold on to the titles. But anyway, guys, this is Coach Mario. Just reminding you guys to like, share, subscribe. Share this program, this episode with your friends. Anybody that likes boxing. If you want to know a little bit more about our program here in Miami, just go to WPBA305.com and just look at our information. Come and visit anytime you're down here in South Florida, guys. All right? But anyway, until next time, this is Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy, saying hasta la vista. God bless you all, and peace.
Welcome to Warriors Pride Boxing Academy, where skill meets dedication in our innovative boxing program. We categorize classes by skill level, ensuring each student receives personalized guidance from our expert coaches. Every 3 months, students undergo our exclusive color level exam that tests their knowledge and skills, paving the way for their progression through the ranks. Our comprehensive curriculum focuses on the fundamentals of boxing, with an emphasis on technique, fitness, and discipline. Once students meet the level requirements, they earn promotions, highlighting their growth and commitment. For those aspiring to compete, we provide tailored training to nurture your competitive spirit and prepare you for amateur bouts. Additionally, we offer one-on-one training sessions with our award-winning head coach, enhancing your learning experience and ensuring you receive the VIP treatment. Join us and transform your boxing journey today.